Hello there. As you, as you will be seeing, today we are opening a Paradox Rift ETB for the purpose to complete the Pokédex and for some of the cards that are in there. And I must say they have some quite beautiful cards in it. For cards, the Swablu Altaria Evolution Roll, the Gigantico Velusa, the Esperfer from Akira Gaba, and the Glycopod EX in the alternative art. Well, how should I put it? These are the only cards I would say are cards I want, and there aren't that many where I say they are as beautiful. And if you're wondering why I count the packs I'm pulling out of the boxes, the reason is quite simple. A few years ago, where I opened just a normal box or a tin for the XY era, first card area bundle, how should I put it? I had too few packs in my tin, and since then I counting every card I pull out of those sets, so every pack I pull out of anything. And I don't have to comment on my ability to open packs if you have seen one of the last videos. And we're starting with quite a few cards where I say we need those. And I must say one thing. The artist Kumir, he has some cards where you can say they are beautiful or they have a good artwork, but many of his cards aren't quite cut out for me. He has cards where I say they are nice from the artwork, as forecast the Wiglet, not the Gigantico, which we just had, but his art style just isn't something for myself. This addition to my collection. God, I don't know what's it called again, but it isn't something I would say is quite in for my taste. I would say it is likely
a fine addition to my collection.
I just don't know the artist, but it's before I guess the artist with it, which has this expressionism in his cards, I just say his artwork is his art styles, his artwork, his concept art, or the kind of art he makes isn't something where I say I'm comfortable or I think every card is beautiful. But some of the cards I would say are nice, and I can say I like them, but a huge chunk of his card aren't quite cut out for me. It's the same theme as with the clay artists, or this one clay artist, I must say.
A fine addition to my collection.
Yukimori is one of the two clay artists from Pokemon.
A fine addition to my collection.
I'm always forgetting what's the other one's name.
A fine addition to my collection.
Yeah, Yukimori. Let's put it this way. The art style for Yukimori is in this kind. She models Pokemon in clay, as I said, and puts them in a realistic world where you can have a picture, where she makes pictures of them in this normal environment. But the artist I have in mind just puts this kind of concept a bit, well, as you can see, Octilleria, as I said, Akira Gawa. No, Yukimori puts the clay figures that she models in a real environment. But the other clay artist, I don't know if he's still with Pokemon, but he was with them. He made the Pokemon as a Kiragawa,
A
as Yukimori
fine
with
addition to
the
my
clay
collection.
model,
A fine addition to
but
my collection.
put it
A fine
in a
addition to my
2D
collection.
background.
A fine addition
And
to my
this is one of
collection.
the cards I say I own a Vulpix of with this art style, and I must say this is quite the I say it's the ugliest card Vulpix has ever gotten. It's Sachika Adachi. I think it's quite. It isn't from the art style here to my like. It is. I don't like it. It's just this 3D modeled Pokemon on this 2D background, where I say it isn't something for me. There are many
A
artists
fine addition to my
where I can
collection.
say
A fine addition to my
they have
collection.
beautiful
A fine
artwork
addition to
for
my
cast,
collection.
as I
A fine
often
addition
mentioned in
to
this
my
video.
collection.
Akira Gal with this
A fine
dynamic
addition to
style,
my
or this
collection.
realistic style of Pokemon movement with the water, as you can see at this Asperfra illustration where I have on this cards, or the cards that tell a story with the Swablu and the Altaria, and the pre-evolution of the Glycopod, which as well tells a story from going even deeper. Or dynamic artwork, kind of dynamic artwork with from Velusa of this pack, where you can see how it functions in the world of Pokemon, or the Garganical, which just disappeared from down there because I pulled it. But you can see how it interacts and how it's perfectly made for the style. But in some cases, it isn't quite.
A fine addition to my
How should I put
collection.
it?
A fine addition
The
to my
art-
collection. A
The
fine
art
addition
style
to my
isn't quite
collection.
something from me, if we can say it. As I said, some artworks of Komiya aren't my style, or something from me. The first card that comes to mind is a card from, oh god, what's its name again? The snake Pokemon, which has always a problem with Zangoose? The Viper, that was his name. The Komiya card of this Pokemon as I said, isn't something from myself, or a card where I say is to my liking, or
A fine addition
for
to
the-
my collection. A fine addition
it
to my
isn't something
collection.
for
A
me.
fine addition to my
I
collection. A
probably-
fine
I
addition
still
to my
need,
collection.
the
A
Viper.
fine addition to
no,
my
I
collection.
don't need it, I think. But it isn't a card where I think I can't say it. It's beautiful. But yeah, it. Everyone has their. Let's get to a point in this on my rant. Everyone has their own art style or artists that they think makes the Pokemon or the art quite nice. For myself, it's persons like Akira Gawa, Dynamic, or sometimes Yukamori, and many different artists. But everyone has their own art style that they
fine
like,
addition
their
to
own
my collection.
artists
A fine
they
addition
want
to
to
my
follow,
collection.
and
A
their
fine
own
addition to my
kind
collection.
of art
A fine
they
addition to my
like.
collection.
I don't
A
want to
fine
say
addition
you
to
have
my collection.
you have to like this specific artist, or you have to dislike everything this artist makes. But you can have your own kind of art style or artists you like. You don't have to listen to someone like me who has no subscribers, or who has not that deep of a knowledge in the artistic scene of Pokemon. Because it is just my subjective opinion, and I can't project my opinion on everyone that's listening or probably won't listen. But you can make your own judgment or your own comment on this
A
topic.
fine addition to my
Everyone
collection.
has
A
their
fine
own
addition to my
niche,
collection.
a
A fine
niche or
addition to my collection.
their own
A fine
kind
addition
of
to my collection.
artists they like. That's the only thing I can say to this theme. And we are nearly at the end of this opening, which I didn't comment on at all. But let's see what we get in this last pack. So, Anatu, Remoraid, we just put a Pumpkaboo, Subat, a Durant again, Irvin Russell, Medical Energy, a Gibble, a Blitzel, again a product of Kamiya, and a Xatu. And I must say, this is one of those videos where I say, I had a constant rant over this whole video, or constant projection of my opinion on different artists, but you should still have your own opinion. And to get back to the video, which I must say was a bit weird at the end, we got 35 new cards for the decks and 7 upgrades, with again an upgrade from a card I pulled in those packs. And there were 3 mistakes. There are still 2 mistakes, and there were 3 mistakes in this whole video. The percentage of the home region and the alone region are a bit off, and there were no 20s in this whole thing, just till 19, and then we were by 30. But anyway, I hope you have a nice day and see you next time. Bye.